Okay, so I'm here with Ed, the lead snowboard instructor here at Revelstoke Mountain, and he's going to show us for our snowboardingschool.blogspot.com. He's going to show us some tricks and tips to help you guys really stay above the game when you're riding. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced, there's always more learning to do. You never stop learning. So Ed, tell me what it's like to be a snowboard instructor here at Revelstoke.
It's awesome. It doesn't feel like working at all. It's one of the best jobs going on the hill. You get to ride all day. We have a lot of different programs come out. Instructor training programs mainly, so a lot of opportunities just to really kind of stoke people out and get people into the industry.
And what's your main job here at Revelstoke?
Instructor trainer, so there's a couple of different programs that come out for a season. Usually they're around 12 weeks long. We also have a running internship every year. So we get new instructors and people that just want to improve their riding, maybe go into the backcountry a little bit, take their instructor certifications. So we have a lot of different options for people on the hill who want to kind of progress themselves.
And so what do you think you will be covering today?
Okay, so today we can go through just general kind of stance and balance. So how we're actually positioning ourselves on our snowboard. It's kind of the bread and butter of all the different skills and tactics that you can do on your board. So
you mentioned butter, maybe we'll learn some of that.
Definitely.
All right. Okay Ed, so take us through the motions.
Cool. Alright, so first things first, we've got to put our boards on. You see a lot of people leave their boards on the snow. If you're not going to be using it, flip it over, because otherwise it's going to go straight down there. If we want to go put our boards on, we've got to make sure that we've got no snow in the bottom of our binding here. If you've got snow underneath your boot, you want to make sure that this base plate is nice and smooth, and if you do have any snow there, it's not going to give you the direct kind of contact you're looking for. When you got both high backs up, clear off those base plates. I always start with my front foot. Just push that heel into the back there. And make sure those ratchets are nice and tight and snug. So I got one strap on, creating a little shelf for myself. So I'm not really going anywhere right now. Just make sure that heel is pushed back into the heel cup again. Just want to pressure that ratchet ever so lightly as you crank it, just to make sure it's not going to blow out. Nice and snug, nice and secure. We're ready to go snowboarding. So when we're on our boards, we want to have nice bent knees, chest up, and I want to be looking where I'm going. If I'm going to head anywhere on my snowboard, I've got to be able to see where it is I want to go. If I'm looking at the snow the whole time, I'm going to end up in it. So we want to make sure that we're nice and bent in the knees, our chest is up, we're looking where we're going. And from here, I can kind of just rest in my boots. It's an old snowboarding stereotype that we're really lazy, but it's just because we're really relaxed. We have nice soft boots. We can just pressure our shins into those boots and just kind of let our skeleton support ourselves here. If you notice, my center of mass is focused directly in the center of my board. So that way, if I want to shift my weight from side to side, I can do, just by sliding my hips across. My weight's still focused nice and centered. And from this position, we can initiate rotations. We can steer our board with our lower body. And we can also have an increased range of movement. One thing I see a lot as an instructor here, we get a lot of people that ride in a counter rotate position. Just by twisting my upper body, my body's facing this way, my board is facing the opposite. That's called counter rotation. It's great, you know, if you're doing front board slides, because you want to have that tension built. But in your general riding, it kind of limits my range of motion here. So just by twisting, you notice this leg will straighten, this leg will bend, and I'm actually kind of twisting my board so I have some weight on my heel up here. See my toe edge lifting up there? And on my back leg I've got a lot of weight, so my actual toe edge is digging in. So I don't have the same range of motion that I might have if I was nice and centered like we were talking about earlier. From this position, I can go anywhere. So a few fun things you can do while you're on the flats, just to practice. We can get in this nice low squatted position, nice and relaxed, but ready. And just by shifting my hips over, I can start to pressure the tail and tip of my board. So if you find a sweet spot here, we can start to bend the knee and actually pull and crank that board up with the other one. So I can find a sweet spot so I can just press on either the nose or tail at once. So from here, you can do some pretty cool presses. And when you add in some rotation, when you're in that sweet spot, you can start to do some butter tricks. Cool. So we'll head down here. Excellent. And we'll see what we can do.
All right.
Absolutely anything on our boards.
Very cool.
I'm Ed Best from Revelstoke Snow School.